What if I told you that change was going to be possible throughout the rest of your lifetime? Full name is Clarence Maxey Templeton III. I am a proud member of the class of 1971. We'll be celebrating our 55th reunion this year. My junior year, I got selected to the governor's school in North Carolina, and I started getting recruited by Brown, Rhode Island, Dartmouth. I got accepted at Duke first, and my parents were very afraid for me to be there. When it came time to make my final decision, and the opinion was I should go wherever I wanted to go, and they would support me. My parents were brutal in making sure that I used what skills I had. When I decided to come to Duke, I had to take trigonometry, which was not offered in the Black High School. So I had to go over and take classes at the White High School. And then I showed up on a picture in the newspaper of one of my white classmates, and I were shown together sitting in class, and I was looking over her shoulder. And the immediate response from Klan was that I should be punished for associating being that close to a white woman. So my dad became a deputy sheriff. We had shotgun in our car, blue lights, and so on. It was very difficult. 1967 was my first year at Duke. It was only the second time I ever was away from home. There were people who were in my class, in my freshman house, who never met or talked to a black person before in their lives. Faculty members would actually say, "You shouldn't be here. There's no way you'll ever pass my class. If you go to my class, you'll never get nothing higher than a C. And I'm here to prevent you from graduating from this university." It was us versus the faculty and the administration. So we had a list of 10 demands that we added up and things that we wanted the administration to do. And it was, "Thank you very much for telling us what you wanted, but go away." And then finally, we had to vote to decide whether we were going to take over the Alum building. We rented the van, we got the chains, we decided to hit the building at 8 o'clock right as it opened, and I watched in horror as the black students actually got out and the police start beating the white students who were in the quad. And I watched them chase this poor student coming out of the library who had was not involved in it. They chased her to the door of the chapel and beat her. And then I watched the tear gas go down the fraternity alley. Students come out and turn the police car over, and it burned. So seeing a police car burning on Chapel Drive and students being carried to the hospital was a very horrifying experience. When I go back and look over it again, it was like, this is unbelievable. But I was there, I saw it. It's unbelievable that the university had to go through that. There were tremendous growing pains being at Duke, being from North Carolina, being from a small town, a small county. And I basically learned civil discourse and freedom of speech the hard way. I've debated with my conservative friends with my revolutionary friends, with my Christian brother and my Jewish brother. So I was in a difficult position because I communicated with all sides. It was much easier to just take one position if I did. But I got a chance to listen to everybody, and that is literally what I did for 20 years. Being an officer in the Navy, it's not about me, or it's about the troops that I was helping. So you learn to be a good leader, you have to care about your troops and worry about them every day, to the extent that you don't even think about yourself sometimes. When I retired from the Navy, I went to the Fleet Reserve. This is my hat from the Fleet Reserve Association, and we support loyalty, protection, and service. I spend at least 2 or 3 hours every month writing letters to congressmen to support issues for veterans and for enlisted people in the Navy. Loyalty, protection, and service fits in with what Duke University stands for, and it's kind of the reason why I've been involved in alumni affairs, is because I believe in what Duke's doing for the world. One has to have, I think, faith in humanity in the world. When I look at what Duke University represents, what we've been involved in, it brightens my hope for world peace. And I believe that world peace is a worthwhile goal.